Okay. We're gonna go to deliver the serious stuff. And something I want to mention as a that came up as a result of commentary on the comments on the previous part, which is that there is a storyline in this game, apparently, and it's apparently locked behind unique missions. Huh? What was that? Nice. So I suppose the question here is, why unique missions? Like, you know, locking things behind other like elements of the player interacting with the game. It's not really like new or whatever, but why specifically unique missions? I'm sure there's a good reason for it, but so like take Escape Velocity, right? Take EV Nova. There are 6 major storylines in that game. And for one character, they could play through one of those 6. And one of the missions that unlock 2 of those possible storylines is like one standard delivery mission. It's just called Delivery to Earth, right? So you do that, and then there's kind of other choices. You get, there's essentially like a yes or no question that comes after the mission, in which if you accept it, you go to one story, and then if you refuse, you go to a different story, right? And that's very straightforward. And of course, take Endless Sky, where the story mission essentially, or rather, the context in which the story mission can happen occurs without player input, right? Like, you know, the free worlds blow up this stuff and about to so on and so forth. I guess the point I'm getting at is that all 3 systems, you know, Naev's 40 uniques, I believe it was, right? Escape Velocity is like, you gotta do shit, basically, and then Endless Sky is world time passes, more or less. But it's like, is there a particular reason why it has to be, you know? Like, I suppose the question here comes with, like, what is a unique mission? Because I'm pretty sure I haven't, like... So I have just accepted 4 of these patrol missions. I assume these are not considered unique. I mean, at the end of the day, it just boils down to, like, how do you want the player to interact with the game? Right, because if it is only unique missions that appear as a result of, you know, the bar, well, I've made the point multiple times that the... Oh. This again. Okay. I made the point multiple times that, like, the combat design and the map design of this game doesn't really lend itself to exploring, right? It's very risk averse because the situations in which you can outrun your enemies are very few. And if you're caught in a bad position, you are very dead. So, like, you have your, you have your initial llama, which is not the fastest ship that you have access to. If you want to go to some other location, you have to go through the jump points, which are, like, the enemies also come through that location. Did we get them all? Yes, we got them all. Okay. Let's go. So it's like the initial design is anti-exploration, kind of, sort of. Or at the very least, it's not very conducive to exploration, right? You are highly encouraged to be ready before you actually go do something. And fundamentally speaking, that's fine, right? There's nothing wrong with telling the player that they have to have a certain level of readiness before they actually get to explore the game as a whole. But then where is the impetus to, like, do shit, for the lack of a better term? Or to put it in a different way, the existence of a main story should be a driving force behind the players getting around and seeing things, right? Because you have a main story that tells the player to do things, therefore the player goes around exploring the world. If it is the case that you cannot get 40 unique missions, right? If you cannot get 40 unique missions in just Empire space, where you start, where it's ostensibly safe, then what is the likelihood that the player will engage with the main story at all? Because I will say for a fact that I do not believe I've ever actually played the main story. I did not know that there was a main story. It's, to put it another way, like, you really don't want your, I don't think I can do that. Maybe I can, actually. How much cargo do I have? 68 tons? Yeah, I can do that. Alright. Right. If you're writing a book, chapter 1 should not start 300 pages in. That's kind of what it boils down to. if everything is meant to be a preparation for the game to start, for chapter 1 to start, the prologue... Oh, Jesus. That's a star bridge. The prologue as a system should be. It should run up to the point where the player feels that they are comfortable with how the game mechanics work, right? Whether they know the map enough or not is kind of secondary on that front. Because, hi, drunkard. Wow, that's a lot of text. But I assume that's the place where I'm trying to get to. INSS 2. Nope, no it's not. Okay. So far away. Alright, let's go. We gotta go get the Sharkman stuff done anyway. Yeah, like TLDR, if the special, if the 40 mission count is, the 40 mission count is cleared as a result of just taking missions from the board, that's perfectly fine. Right? That's systems interacting with each other in a good way. That's okay. If it's 40 missions that requires you to explore and stuff, that's got problems. Ouch. Ow. Oh, also, I read the latest, Wow, really? What is up with my hitbox? Okay, alright. I read the latest dev diary, for the lack of a better term, and it's like, you know, they're still working on the improved map, and then they're, one thing they're doing to make the factions feel more unique is to have better death animations. I mean, okay. Like, I'm not entirely sure why... I assume that's not, like, the only thing they're doing, right? And that just one of the things that is done. Because that is what it feels like. But, if you play through a fair amount of the game... And... That sounds like a Corvette. Hi, what's up? Lihu and Goddard. I'm gonna get scanned, so I don't care. Okay, whatever. Like there are so many mechanics in this game that, by virtue of the way they interact with each other, is not really worth like going through the trouble for. Right? Like, everybody in this world has a scanner. They know what's inside your box for some reason. So, and you gotta leave through a hard point. So why bother? You probably shouldn't just be so blasé about tanking all those hits. Oh, that burn hurts, huh? Nice. I'm playing this concurrently with Endless Sky, and in that game, outfit scanning has gotten like a lot slower than it used to be. I assume a part of that is to it is to also like what's the phrase I'm looking for? Account for the fact that you can't really outrun things, right? A lot of the Empire ships are faster, and although you get to jump away in that game, if you're trying to be sneaky and shit, it really doesn't work, so. Now I'm thinking about how to bet, how would a good clandestine operation, what would a good clandestine operation type of mission look like? I guess I mean, in some ways, he's coming for us. Can't quite touch that, alright. I guess in some ways the biggest issue, quote-unquote issue, with a lot of these types of missions is that it more or less assumes that the police are good at what they're doing. Ah, okay. Mining as is doesn't really give me much, does it? So I suppose a reasonable way to design stealth missions is that whenever you are busted, the ship that has caught you is essentially starts communications with you, and then you could either bribe or persuade that this is quote-unquote not what it looks like. Because, like, you know, stealthing conceptually is nice. But, like, look at the size of those detection radiuses, right? And then you have to be at one of these locations to leave. Oh, I should have looked for a mission first. Whoopsie daisies. Okay. Hello. Now, with regards to clicking on targets, how the fuck do I click on targets? Hi. Therite, Kermite, Vexillium. Great. Where do I get any of that? Yeah, let's hang around here a little bit, because the drunkard didn't give us a timeline, so whatever. Hey, stop, Lefty. Halir in the Gamma Polaris. How did you not end up there already? Like, we're kind of not that far away from each other, sir. Okay. Okay. Yo, my dude. Where am I going? Halib over there? Okay. Alright, we got a big boy zebra with plenty of space, and let's see if some of the minerals that they're looking for is in this place. Hopefully. I mean, the bigger issue is that it's essentially 3 nouns that we've never touched or have seen before, so probably should not be using the... Okay. And also the boarding action, like, should also, okay, I guess that's fair. Hey, Nickel. If I'm hitting 8 and I'm too far away, it should do or rather, if I'm hitting the key for space mining, the mining tool, and I'm too far away from it, it should be the same as the boarding action, which is that get close, get match speed, all that fun stuff. Platinum, okay. I get the feeling that one of the reasons why, oh, and a hard locks too. Wow, look at that. Just bad design ideas after one another. Okay, that's enough. I can't sell any of that anyway, so... Or I can sell it, but it doesn't go towards the main... It doesn't go towards whatever the administrator wants. I think it's probably fair to say that one of the reasons why the administrator has not gotten a lot of things done is that they're asking for materials, but have not really told us where to get said materials. You know, like just find it. All right, good luck. Ow. Yeah, pirates should never be faster than local law enforcement. I suppose that's another issue this game has, which is the equipment ceiling is very low. And in some ways, the available equipment for each faction all feels like kind of the same thing, right? I mean, a part of that is because, you know, we're starting in Empire space, and the nearby neighbors are the Deverid, which are kind of very space orky, and they use more or less the same stuff. And then the tech guys on the south side that we never really visit, like, at all. So there's really not much of an opportunity for the game to feel like, at the very least, that there are two unique factions. So, where are we going to? Ziru and Goddard? Okay. Oh, this again. Alright. In that case... Let's swap to the Shork when we're done selling all our weird stuff. Swap to the Shork, and let's go to Goddard. That's much better. Oh, am I not Okay. Right, like, the system is not conducive to stealthing things around. Because in some ways, that's not what it was designed to in the first place. Yeah, perfect communications is, yeah. Perfect communications is a concept that most games like this tend to have, right? Where, if you are found, your position is announced to everybody. And being announced to everybody also, it's like... Huh. I wonder why the circle got bigger. Well, I'm guessing the blue areas is like, makes you harder to detect. Okay. Well, if I did the stealth tutorial, I would probably know that, but I ignored it, so... that one's on me. Yeah. Yeah, but the difference is not big enough for it to matter, so eh. Yay. And Delta Pavonis. Where's Delta Pavonis? Up there? I mean, if your job is OPSEC, like this, if OPSEC is the thing, you really don't want the same ship to go from A to B like this. Especially when, like, you can't pack the item with enough bananas to distract the enemy, whatever that may be. Oh, as we get closer to the jump point, the search radius gets smaller. But that doesn't matter because the search radius is not so small that we can leap while stealthed. So... okay. This is one of those things that, like... the idea is there, but the mechanics for it is very not there. Right? Like... I guess you can say that in some ways, the world of Naev, I never know how to pronounce it properly, like, is filled with people who are very law-abiding and follows the rules of safe space navigation to a T. Everybody reports when they find someone that's stealthing. All the police reports to high command when something, when they find something they shouldn't. The only thing that people really don't do in this world, I guess, is to, like, get their guns and help out, I guess. I don't care about any of this. What? Shaky Swan. Approach. Okay. I don't care about any of this. Alright, fine, let's go. Like, it's very difficult to get a player to care about the contents of the mission when they already had to, like, do the same mission twice. That's not a very good place to put exposition. Ow, 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 ow. Oh yeah, I can't fight for shit in this thing. Uh... Yeah, I have no opportunity to change ships. In that case, we'll go to Goddard, we'll switch to the Star Bridge, and we will refit it for, we'll refit it for stunning. I don't know how well that was going to work, but, you know, we'll learn. What's up? Nexus designs are being smaller militaries. How serious is looking to get into shipbuilding business as well? Haven't they already? Yeah, sure. That's... People don't really, like, do OPSEC very well at all, do they? Hey man, I know we met, and I know you did 2 missions for us, but here's, like, corporate secrets. You know. You're doing this thing that could potentially be illegal. Please don't tell somebody else. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, how do I stun? Launcher EMP. Okay, we'll get some Medusa launchers then. The Enigmas were kind of a bust, so we'll get the Medusas, swap over to our Sleek Boy, and let's go. Yep, we're going deep into serious space. Really hoping that the Sirius are not, like, you know, don't have less scruples than apparently the people that we're helping. How long has it been? 40 minutes. Okay, that's as bad. Oh, I gotta turn towards it to actually make that weapon work. That's right. Like, the Soviets figured this shit out in the 1960s, but apparently that tech is completely lost in space. I see a lot of dots on the map, and I'm kind of worried. Okay, that's not good. Yeah, alright. So the big slow red dots are out to get me. Maybe. I'm not sure where they're aiming at right now. Okay, cannot slow down against these things. I don't exactly have the health to tank those head on there. You know what would have been nice? Is if I actually used the jammer I equipped myself with. That probably would have helped a lot. Guess not. Hey, there it goes. Am I too far away? These jammers are bad. What's the maximum range on this thing? 10k, so why is it not firing? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I cannot fire a missile when I'm jamming? Really? Is that really what's going on here? I'll take your credits. What's this? Enigma turret systems. Terracom Medusa launcher. Let's see. This is a headhunter launcher. I'll take that. Question. Why does it cost that much in repairs? Why am I being such a nice person that I'm repairing the ship I am stealing from? Alright, whatever. Let's go. Wait for Squadron 138 to... Okay. Go to third and disable Shaky Swan. Supposed to come in from Halib. I guess the better question is how would they know that I've boarded the ship? I mean, unless Shaky Swan tells them, I guess, but... People are way too nice in this world. Hey, I know you're arresting me and all that, but let me tell you about this law-breaking thing that this other person has done. What the? Nope. Yeah. Bro, you showed up in a Lancelot. Are that Imperial ships? Man, homeboy really does not shut up, does he? Hey, he shut up. Okay. I assume he's not gonna leave, right? Like... Okay. I just wanted to see if he was actually moving around. What are is the Frontier Alliance its own faction? Because it's really suspect that the Empire is in Deverit space, like 3 systems in. People are gonna have questions. Also, sorry, Drunkard, your mission's not getting done. This is why you do not make hiring decisions drunk. Explosives, okay. Bang. Oh no, let's go, let's leave. Prisoners have done the thing. Why does there so marked on Theros anyway? Anyway. Okay, alright. Maybe I'm getting a little too ballsy here. Probably. Yep. Ah, unfortunate. Everyone's so nice. I am literally sitting here venting atmosphere and nobody cares. This is why you need, like, if you want pirates to feel scary, this is why you need a designated... You need a static disable threshold. The dynamic ones are cute, but they really don't work. Also, that guy had EMP mortars. I know I had EMP mortars in the past, but I don't remember where I got them. Wow, look at you. I don't think he had weapons. How do people decide if things are illegal in space, come to think of it? Right, like, because if I'm transporting a package... Oh wow, look at you. You have all the ships that we can find on Goddard. Like, if I'm transporting a package, what's the difference between, like... this railgun has a range of... I don't know, I can't see. 2200, okay. Heavy ion cannons? Yes, please, I'll take some of that. Slicer. High power version of the Razor, alright. Enigma. Price, okay. Hey, EMP launchers. Alright, there they are. I remember via that comment that I guess evasion or tracking are inverted, where if their tracking is higher than your evasion or something. It sounds like the way it was designed, the math doesn't match the intention. But man, I wish I could capture ships. Like, just, you know, cap them, and then it's like, hey, you've caught a llama. And then when you drag it to port, it only has, you know, the previous generation utilities and the previous generation structures. Like, really hammer home that as far as, like, an equipment is concerned, it's not a very good ship, right? Okay, I remember this not working out for me in the past. You know what? So be it. Ah, shoot. If that's how I'm gonna be, I should have switched over to the capture gear. Boop, 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 boop. Hello, sir. Don't mind me, just taking your belongings. Again, I don't give a shit about repairing the target that I'm stealing from. I guess if that's how we're gonna... Especially since there's only one thing to steal, right? There's a lot of... I'll say this once, I'll say this a million times. This game has a lot of weird and sometimes downright intentionally hostile design decisions. And I guess that seems to be a commonality in a lot of independent games of works of passion, I suppose, where the best way to pad the game length is to make sure that the player cannot actually play the game. Okay, I need to get down there, but I don't know how to get down there. I don't know how big this map is. I don't know whether these two are the only jump points. There's a lot of unknowns here. Cool. But yeah, like, if we're gonna have a... If a game is supposed to have, like, 7 different factions that is supposed to feel like different factions, they really should get their own, No, I can't hit for shit, huh? They really should get their own, like, gearing characteristics. How do I tell them to fire on something? Does this game have mouse support? Because I'm clicking on this guy and nothing's happening. Nope, I cannot set mouse click. Okay. Target next hostile is Y. And then fire, what is please kill it? S word attack is Q. Okay. Control Q. Right, so going back to escape velocity to EV Nova, like comparatively speaking, Nova has arguably less gear. Well, about the same amount of gear, but so like each faction in escape velocity would have their own they would have their own specialties, right? Like the Empire, the human Empire equivalent in that game, uses blasters. They do a fair, they're kind of catch-all weapons, but mostly they hurt shields better than they hurt armor. And then they're, you know, what the hell is Bordar? Their Deverit equivalent is mostly uses like weapons that burn armor really well, right? Essentially, they have short-range somethings, and then most of their weapons are very long-range railguns, right? They hit you from across 3 maps basically, and it was really fun to play against because the bullets are slow and you can maneuver, right? And one of the other futuristic high-tech factions is all about the beams, and so on and so forth. And like each faction essentially had like just maybe 3 different guns. I accepted that. I don't know what I accepted for, but whatever. Right, each faction had like 3 different guns, tops, but it felt unique because if you were up against somebody, oh Jesus. Because whoever you're fighting against did things differently from other groups, right? Bro, I've been sparing you this whole damn time, okay? You know what I want to see? I want to see their speed decrease slowly when they are stunned. It would be so awful for that to happen, by the way. He's moving fast, he's being scary. Can I steal from you a second time? Probably not, right? Nope, cannot be boarded again. Also, I can't kill shit right now anyway. Then I guess with the purposes of this game, yeah, I'm basically done right now. I guess Sirius have shown that they're kind of very big on EMP, which is cool. Devarid, I mean, they're my mental image of them has been kind of formed by the fact that they kind of are spammy, right? So in that case, chain guns, Gatling guns, that kind of lots of bullets but individually low damage kind of weapons. Empire, I don't know. The Empire should be the normal guys, right? If we're starting in that space, then it stands to reason that they're the guys that we kind of mentally compare everyone else against. And Zalek, big on missiles, big on drones. Major standoff, right? If you're fighting, if you have a big map to play with, then just make use of said big map. Like, do crazy shit with the design decisions. If I'm supposed to customize, I should have more than just two choices to make. Like, do you want the worst one or do you want the better one? Pick. All right, I'm done.